Hello everyone, we've got an excellent integration question here. So it says, figure 2 shows the sketch of part of the curve C with the equation y is equal to x ln x. The line L is normal to C at the point EE. The region R, shown shaded by figure 2, is bound by the curve C and the line L and the x-axis. Show that the exact area of R is equal to a e squared plus b, where a and b are rational numbers to be found. 10 marks, so super nice kind of integration question. Very, very important to know how to do these. So where are we going to start then? Let's have a think. We're told that the line L is a normal to the curve. So I think a really good starting point here would be to differentiate the equation of the curve, okay? And the reason we're going to differentiate the curve is because when we sub in the x coordinate e, we're going to be able to get a gradient if we do that. And then we know that negative the reciprocal of that gradient will give us the gradient of the normal. Okay, so let's have a look. So first of all, we're going to differentiate. Now we've got a product here, so we're going to use the product rule. So u is x, so therefore u dashed is going to be 1. V is ln x, so therefore v dashed is going to be 1 over x. So therefore dy by dx is going to be u dash v add u v dashed. So that is going to be u dashed is going to be 1 times by v, which is going to be 1 times by ln x, plus u, which is x, times by v dashed, which is 1 over x. So when we differentiate that, we get ln x plus 1. So that's our dy by dx. Now, at the point of the tangent, x is equal to e. So let's find out what dy by dx, the gradient, is at the point where x is equal to e. That's going to be ln e add 1. Ln of e is 1, so it's 1 add 1, so the gradient of the tangent is 2. Okay, that's perfect. So we know the gradient of the tangent is 2, so therefore we can say that the gradient of the normal is going to be negative the reciprocal, so the gradient of the normal is going to be minus a half. Now we've got the coordinates of the point E, the point P rather, they are EE. So that means we can find an equation of the line L. So the equation of L is now going to be, we'll use y minus y1 is equal to x minus x1. Okay, so therefore we're going to have y minus e is equal to the gradient, which is minus a half, times x minus e as well. There we go. So that gives us y is equal to minus a half x, and we're going to have minus times a minus makes a plus, so that's going to be plus e over 2, and then we're going to add e as well, bringing the e over to the other side. So that's just expanding the brackets and taking the e over to the other side. So that's going to give us the equation of the line is y is going to equal minus a half x plus 3 over 2e. And that is our equation there for our normal. Perfect. Okay, now why did we need to find the equation of the normal, you may ask? And the answer is we needed to find the equation of the normal because we needed to know where this line L that we've just got intersects the x-axis, because that's going to be really important for us finding the area underneath the whole curve. So being as we're here, we may as well do that next. Let's just see, where does our line L intersect the x-axis? Well, something intersects the x-axis when y is 0. So that is going to be 0 is going to equal minus a half x plus 3 over 2e. So therefore a half x is going to equal 3 over 2e. So therefore x is going to equal 3e. Okay, so we found out that the point of intersection with the x-axis is 3e. Now how does that help us? So let's come back to our sketch of our diagram, our sketch of our situation rather. So here we go. So this is my badly drawn situation. There it is. So yeah, what we need to do here is we're trying to find this shaded region R. So now we know that the coordinate here of this one is 3e. We know the coordinate, x coordinate of this one is e. We know the vertical height is e. So we're now in a position to find the area of this triangle, which is a part of our shaded region R. So the triangle is going to be area half base times height. So a half 3e minus e times by the height, which is e. So that is going to be a half times by 2e times by e. So that is going to give us e squared. So e squared is the area of that little triangle. Okay, that's great. So now we're almost there. We just now need to find the area of this bit as well. And this is what I like about this question, is we've had to differentiate and we've got to integrate, which is really nice. So in order to find the area from here to here, we need to integrate, but we need to know where does the curve intersect the x-axis here, because we need to know where we're integrating from and where we're integrating to. And in order to find that out, what we're going to do is we're going to set the equation y is equal to x ln x equal to 0, okay? Because something intersects the x-axis and y is 0. So if x ln x equals 0, that either means x is equal to 0 or ln x is equal to 0. And x is equal to 0 is this solution here at the origin that you can see. So therefore ln x is equal to 0. If we remember, ln means log base e of x equals 0. So when we reverse that logarithm, what we're going to get is that x is equal to e to the power of 0, and e to the power of 0 is 1. So therefore that is going to be 1 here, is where we're integrating from. That's perfect. So we know we're integrating in between 1 and e. Now the next question that presents itself is, what integration technique are we going to use for that? Well, let's just have a little look and find out. So we're integrating between 1 and e, the equation x ln x dx. Okay, now how are we going to integrate something like this? I feel like integration by parts seems to be suggesting itself to me. And I don't know if you've seen this or not, but there's various versions of this. There's a further maths version as well. But this is the regular A-level version. When you're integrating by parts and you're trying to decide which bit is going to be the u and which bit's going to be the v dashed, because remember, we use integration by parts and we have u v dashed is equal to u times v minus the integral of v u dashed. Now, for Edexcel, that's given in the formula booklet, and I believe that's given for most exam boards as well. But with parts, you need to say to yourself, which bit's going to be the u, which bit's going to be the v dashed. And this is a really helpful little acronym that can help you decide. So L stands for logs, they're top priority for being the u. A is like algebra. T is trigonometry. And E is exponentials, like say e to the x, okay? Yeah, so basically the only sort of like addition with this is there's an inverse trig if you're doing further maths, but we'll cover, don't worry if you're not doing, this is just regular maths. So what have we got here? We have got algebra and we have got logarithms, okay? Algebra and logs. So the log is the top priority for being the u. So that's going to be our u and that's going to be our v dashed. So therefore u is ln x and u dashed is 1 over x. V dashed is x, so therefore v is x squared over 2. And now we're ready to sub into our formula. So the integral between 1 and e of x ln x dx is going to equal u times v, which is going to be x squared over 2 times by ln x, minus the integral of v u dashed, which is going to be x squared over 2 times by u dashed, which is 1 over x dx, like so. And this whole thing, by the way, is going to be evaluated between e and 1. Okay, so that's going to go to, let's see what we get when we integrate this. This is going to go to x squared divided by x. I'm going to be integrating minus the integral of x over 2 dx, which is going to go to x squared over 4. Okay, minus x squared over 4. So yeah, and that's going to be in between e and 1, like so. So we've got that, and then we've got here x squared over 2 ln x, also between e and 1. So we've integrated both of the parts now, and we just got to evaluate these, see what they are between e and 1. Right, let's have a look at this then. Okay, so evaluating these between e and 1, we're going to have e squared over 2 times by ln of e minus 1 squared over 2 times by ln of 1. Okay, so that's our first one. And then that's going to be minus, open bracket, e squared over 4 minus 1 squared over 4. Okay, so let's evaluate those brackets then now. So what's that going to go to? That is going to go to ln of e is 1, so that's going to be e squared over 2. Ln of 1 is 0, so it's going to be e squared over 2 minus nothing. And then we're going to have minus e squared over 4 here, and we're going to have plus 1/4 from that. So let's collect that together. So we've got e squared over 2 minus e squared over 4 is going to be e squared over 4. So e squared over 4 plus 1/4. Okay, right, so that's what we have got so far. Now, that is, remember, what we just found there is the area of, wherever it's gone, oops, the area of this little bit here, okay? So we know that this bit here is e squared, and we've just found that this bit here is e squared over 4 plus 1/4. So therefore, the whole region R is going to be e squared plus e squared over 4 plus 1/4. So when we add those two together, that's going to give us 5 e squared over 4, because e squared over 4 add e squared is like 4 over 4 add 1 over 4, plus 1/4 that we had. And that is our answer. Oh, and yeah, we can see, I didn't notice that, it says give it in the form a e squared plus b, where a and b are rational constants to be found. So our a in this case is 5 over 4, and our b is 1/4. Perfect. And that is that one done. But yeah, super useful question. Very, very important to know how to do that one in the exams. Hope you found that video helpful. Remember, if you're finding these videos useful, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that's going to be great. That'll help me keep on making more videos moving forward. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.